into it. I'm sipping my tea. I drink this sometimes before bed. It just kind of helps me wind down. And yeah, so the first topic we're going to be discussing is my story, my background, my love journey, if you will. Then we're going to be talking about the pursuit of Brandon for me. And then we're going to be talking about guarding your heart. The next topic will be matching his level of commitment. After that, it will be have your own fulfillment outside of him. And then the last but not least is love language. So first of all, my story. I still even receive DMs to this day, just, you know, with people so, you know, just excited for me and happy for me. But, you know, everything looks, you know, all pretty and perfect now. But I too had a time where I was very discouraged when it came to relationships, and I was very discouraged when it came about when any subject was brought up about love. When I was 22 years old, I was with my high school sweetheart. We were together for 7 years, 7.5 years, and he was in a fatal motorcycle accident 3 months before we were scheduled to get married. So as you can imagine, that was a huge blow to my entire life. Like, everything just crumbled right before my eyes, and I was just like, you know what, I'm probably never going to find love again, so I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna be INDEPEND, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was just very traumatized from that experience, and I just didn't think I would ever find love. I always believed in it still, like, because all of my friends were obviously getting married at the time, having babies, in relationships, and I was the only one that was single. And I learned to embrace it towards the end of it, but it was extremely discouraging in the beginning, I won't lie. So that's my story. You know, so for 4 years I was completely single. I was not dealing with anyone, and yeah, that was just me. I was just like, okay, well, I'll just do everything on my own. So next is the pursuit. So you guys probably, if you've watched our how we met video, we discussed how we met. We met at a pool party of a mutual friends that we had. She had a pool party for her birthday weekend, or I think it was Memorial Day weekend. At the time, I was like, when I saw Brandon, I was like, okay, he cute, he real cute. So I was asking my homegirls, I was like, you know, he got kids, does he have a job, does he have a car, you know, what is he about, is he a good dude? And he saw me, and he, you know, was pretty much not really that interested in me at the first time until the next time we saw each other, like a month later, and he was very interested. I mean, he straight up walked up to me and was like, hey, I'm gonna pursue you. And I was like, huh? What is that even, like, really? Like, do men even do that these days? So he told me that he was, you know, very forward and persistent. I will say that. Like, we went to church that next morning, and we have pretty much been kicking it like ever since. A man needs to be intentional when he pursues you. And in order for you to know that, you have to be in tune with yourself. You have to follow your intuition. And, you know, in order to give someone even a chance at you, because you are a gift, you are a prize, that man needs to be intentional, and you need to be able to sense that and feel that and believe that, you know, if that makes any sense. Because when he said that, even though I was very taken back from it, It was something about the way he said it and the actions that he showed thereafter that made me really truly believe that he was intentional about what he was doing and what he was saying. So that's why it's very important for you to pay attention to red flags and just stay in tune with not only yourself, but also in the way that he's moving and the actions that he's showing you. That's very important, because a lot of us get into situations and we're so blinded by the, you know, whatever it may be, his car, the money, whatever it has, whatever it is that, you know, that is appealing to the eye, but we're not staying focused on his true intentions on what he's showing you. All right, so the next thing would be to guard your heart. This is probably one of the most important topics, because a lot of us women, we enter a situation and we're just so infatuated with the attention that's given to us, and we don't take care of ourselves in the meantime. Like we just want to give all that we have and do everything that they require, but we never take that time to really think about how we truly feel about the situation and really pay attention to where it's going. So I would say, you know, the most important thing throughout this entire process is to guard your heart, because that's the most important thing. That's the thing that's going to get broken the most, and that's the thing that takes the most time to heal. So another very important thing is, once you do enter into a situation with someone, you know, you're guarding your heart and you see that he's showing you some level of commitment. From that point on, you want to match his level of commitment. You don't want to just start out, you know, giving 110% right away, because you don't know what his intentions are. You have to make sure that he is persistent. You have to see that persistence in him, and then you need to match that level of commitment. If he's given 110, you give 110. But you don't want to just go all in and he just turns out to be, you know, a trash bag dude, and you've given your all and he's giving you nothing in return. Eventually, once he shows that level of persistence and commitment, from that point on, then you can let your wall down, and that point you can match his level of commitment. I truly believe that's very important. You know, you want to give him exactly the amount of energy and a level of commitment that he's giving you. Once all of this is happening, at this point, you're matching his level of commitment. You are guarding your heart, but, you know, letting that wall down a little bit as time goes on. You want to still have some fulfillment outside of him. You don't want to give him every piece of you to where you have nothing to give yourself. You want to always have something outside of this man or this woman, whatever you're into. No judgments here, but you want to have that piece of fulfillment to yourself. Because if anything goes wrong, or if anything, you know, completely stops, because we don't know people's intentions, you know, you don't want to go all in full force and sacrifice your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, everything in this person, and it doesn't work out, and then you're left with nothing because you put it all into that person. Always want to maintain a peace and a level of happiness outside of someone else. You know, from that point on, then you have to focus on the love language. That was huge for us. Like, we literally sat down and we read through them, and I think we did this like I believe within the first few weeks of dating, but we discussed love languages because it's important. You have to know how your partner receives the things that you give them. Like, you have to know what makes them happy and what makes them really feel needed and really cherished in the relationship. So once all of this is done, it's very important to focus on love language. I mean, it's important for you to maintain that throughout your entire relationship. That should be one of your main focuses, because if, you know, someone enjoys acts of services and then you stop doing that, they may feel like you don't love them anymore. They may feel like they're not needed anymore. They're not, you know, just, it's important. It's something you should want to really focus on every day in your relationship. So just to reiterate everything that we've discussed, I hope you learned something. First of all, I hope that you could relate to some of the things that I said, because like I said, it wasn't always, you know, happy engagement, and oh, you know, it wasn't always that way. Like, I too have been in your shoes and vice versa. We've all been there. So yeah, we spoke about guarding your heart. We also spoke about matching his or her level of commitment. Also maintaining a fulfillment outside of that individual, and also love languages. So I hope that you guys can take some of these things that I said into consideration in your current relationship, or into something that may be on the rise. And I hope that one day you are also getting engaged and getting married, and you know, your heart is fulfilled in whatever you want, because I want you to be happy just like you're so happy for us. We so appreciate the excitement and the encouragement that we've gotten. So we just wanted to share that, and I am so thankful for the DMs and the messages that we've gotten, and I just wanted to just kind of open up a little bit and share with you my story. That way, you know, it too can happen for you. I'm not just lucky, or, you know, never been through anything and oh my God, you know. So hopefully you guys like this video. Give it a big fat thumbs up. Tune in to the next video, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.